Come in.
Come in, sir.
Come in, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Atul. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, entry to the interviewing officer room is very, very important.
Okay, sir.
Sometimes the candidate don't bother about it, like you have not bothered, and I have to tell you 2 times to come. In that, you have shown that you are nervous, you are more interested in coming and sitting early as possible. So there is a stressfulness and nervousness in you. That should not be there, okay?
Okay, sir.
Please sit back. Sit back with the back to the back, yes. And relax like this when you go for SSB.
Yes.
Okay? I can see that you are going for the India Air Force, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Which place you got the SSB?
Gandhinagar, sir.
Gandhinagar, right. Now looking at the PIQ form also,
Yes.
I don't see that you are putting your best. The PIQ form has not been filled up reasonably well. It is not effective. It is not created any good impression on the interviewing also.
Okay, sir.
It shows that you have been casual in filling it up. Your best handwriting has not been put up. There are many fillings where correctly not done. Some column are left without ticking or without dash or without thing. That shows that you have not seen them. So again, PIQ form has not been effective. What we have taught you and so how to do it. Something like a resume where you have to create a good impression on the eye.
Yes, sir.
But PIQ form does not show that you are very, very, very interested. Otherwise, you would have made it in the best possible manner. Your handwriting should be good, it should be clean and clear, it should be complete in all respects, and it should create a positive impact on the interviewing officer before you come because he goes through it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
There are few discrepancies. I will let you know later. Please ensure that PIQ form is filled up properly. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now relax. Do not have any tension. Now you are showing tension and you don't show. Okay? So Atul, I see that you are coming from Chikmagalur
Yes, sir.
and going to Gandhinagar.
Yes, sir.
How far is Gandhinagar from Chikmagalur?
Sir, probably 1,200 kilometers.
1,200 kilometers from Chikmagalur to Gandhinagar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why is Chikmagalur popular and famous?
Sir, it is really famous for coffee, sir. Coffee revolution in India started from Chikmagalur itself, sir. Coffee cultivation also started from Chikmagalur itself. So it is also known as coffee town of India. So it is really famous for that.
Any development that took place in Chikmagalur?
Sir, there was a iron mining, sir, which got exhausted few years ago. Mining was going on there for last 25 years, sir. Now it has stopped because the resources have exhausted.
Do not move your hand now, okay?
Yes, sir.
But Chikmagalur also is the ex-constituency of Indira Gandhi.
Yes,
She
sir.
contested election
Yes,
and came into limelight.
Yes,
You
sir.
are not telling me that?
Yes, sir. Even Indira Gandhi contested elections from there, sir. She did one.
And she
good
won from
majority.
there.
Yes, sir. A good majority from Chikmagalur. And unfortunately, her government wouldn't stand for that long, and she had to resign after a few years.
That's okay. That is the brought up.
Yes.
Why didn't you bring up? When I am asking, tell me something about Chikmagalur, what is it popular and famous for? You said coffee, you said other thing, this aspect you didn't bring up. This is a landmark, so for Chikmagalur history is concerned.
Yes, sir. It does. I thought, sir.
Tell me something about Gandhinagar. What do you know about Gandhinagar? You have come here first time. What have you heard and known about Gandhinagar?
The Gandhinagar capital city of Gujarat, sir. It is named after Mahatma Gandhi ji. Mahatma Gandhi ji was born in that in that area. So it is named after him, sir. And it also has Akshardham ashram in Gandhinagar, which is a famous Hindu temple where a lot of people visit there. And it is also near to the Ahmedabad, which is another important city in Gujarat.
Is Gandhinagar located on particular river?
Yes, sir. It is.
You are not telling.
Yes, sir. It is located on the river of Sabarmati.
What river?
Sabarmati.
Sabarmati. Yes.
Yes,
You are not highlighting it. So remember, when you go for interview, wherever you go, Gandhinagar in your case,
yes,
and your own place Sikmalu, must remember completely the whole history of that city, town,
yes, sir.
what it is popular, what it is famous for,
Yes, sir.
before you go for the interview. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Go through it. Lot of information is available
Yes,
on the internet. Must make it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
After that, we come to your PIQ form. An entire interview is based on this PIQ form format, as you have been taught. We'll start with your academics first.
Yes, sir.
You tell me, since you are an NDA candidate, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Your thing will start from 8th class onwards.
Yes,
So
sir.
from 8th class onwards, I'll ask, tell me from 8th class onward, which all schools and classes you have studied, what are the marks obtained in 8th, 10th and 12th?
Yes, sir.
What are your favorite subjects and your favorite teacher in 10th and 12th? Why they are favorite?
Yes, sir.
What are the competitive exams you have taken so far?
Yes, sir.
And what has happened to them? I also see that in 10th you are in CPSS board and in 12th you change to state board.
Yes, sir.
What was the reason for changing to the state board? And why do you want to join the Indian Air Force? Please tell me.
Yes, sir. Starting from my 8th standard, I completed my 8th standard, 8th, 9th and 10th in the same school. It is called as Sri Sai Angel School. It is situated in Chikmagalur itself, sir. My 8th standard marks were 90%, sir. And my 9th standard marks, since it was a CBSE, my CGPA points were 9.2 CGPA, sir. And when it comes to my 10th standard, my CGPA points were 9.6 CGPA points, sir. And I continued in the same institution for the next 2 years. That is my first PU and second PU, 11th and 12th. My first PU percentage was 85%, sir. So was my second PU percentage. Since there was a lack of CBSE schools in our town, I had to offer state syllabus college, sir. Since I wanted to continue in the same institution, there was only state syllabus option available for us. So I continued with the state syllabus, sir. And as far as my teachers are concerned, in my 8th standard, 8th, 9th and 10th, we almost had the same faculty of teachers. My favorite teacher among them were Aati ma'am. She was a social studies teacher. She understood me well. She always kept motivating me, and the reason why I liked, because whenever I used to commit my mistake, she used to point out the mistake to me, and she used to tell me rectify your problem properly, and this helped me in problem solving skills. I think this helped me in problem solving skills. And when it comes to my teachers, which I like, there is one Lily ma'am. She taught us biology and chemistry. I like the subjects of biology. I like the subjects of chemistry and physics. And when it comes to my physics teacher, it was one Mr. Vedamurthy sir. I also liked him because he used to tell us to be curious about physics, and he used to encourage me in learning new things. And I also took up the NTSC exam, which was in 10th standard. He also encouraged me in completing my NTSC competitive exam. So he was really helpful for me in clearing the NTSC exam. I cleared the NTSC exam, and my English teacher, who is Yamini ma'am, I also like her because Through her, my language and diction, whatever it is now, it is all because of her. My language was really poor in 8th and 9th, sir. Because of her teaching and her communication skills, I was able to improve my communication skills in English and all, sir. And when it comes to my teachers whom I don't like,
I haven't asked the teachers you don't like. You are unnecessarily bringing this negativity in your discussion.
Yes.
No, I haven't asked who are the teachers whom you don't like, subject you don't. This is what is called there is a negativity in your mind that we should remove. I haven't asked. Why are you telling me? It's not required.
Okay, sir.
Continue.
Yes, sir.
I have asked one question.
Yes, sir. My favorite subject is physics, sir. Physics. In physics, I like mechanics a lot, sir. Because I find it really interesting to solve problems over that. When it comes to my competitive exam in 11th and 12th, I've taken up JEE mains. I cleared it. I cleared the JEE mains. My percentile marks were 95 percentile, sir. And I even was qualified for JEE advanced. I cleared the exam with I got 60 marks in JEE advanced. And I also took up NDA 2, sir, which was in 2018. I was not able to clear NDA 2 written exam. And
So second time when you appeared, you have cleared.
yes, sir. Second time I appeared, I have cleared, sir.
Why you cleared second time and couldn't clear first time?
Sir, the first time I think I was not so much focused and I didn't know about the pattern properly, about the patterns of questions which were asked. After my first attempt, I came to know about the pattern and I worked hard and I solved a lot of problems which were regarding the NDA. And with this help, I was able to clear NDA 1 in 2019, sir. And when it comes to competitive exam, I have also taken Karnataka CET, sir. I have cleared the Karnataka CET. My rank was 3,200, sir. And when it comes to my other competitive exams, I had taken up PSET, sir, which is a private institute exam. I have cleared that also, sir. And I have taken Manipal entrance exam, which is also another competitive exam. I have taken up that also, sir.
Very nice. It's nice to hear that.
Yes.
I see that you have generally covered all the questions that I have asked.
Yes, sir.
However, I find following shortcomings in you.
Yes.
You have the tendency of pausing. Though your communication skill is quite satisfactory,
Yes.
but you are pausing. That is giving a poor impression of the candidate. I know that your communication skill is satisfactory, you have got confidence, but you are not using it in a positive way. That means actually you have not done the practice and the focus study. That's why this is happening. That's is coming because you are trying to remember what you have to say. So that is the area where you need to improve.
Yes.
Otherwise, generally satisfactory, please.
Yes. Definitely, sir.
So all the questions that were asked by IU, you have generally answered, you have covered,
Yes.
and it seems to be satisfactory. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now coming to the family background,
Yes, sir.
which will be again next set of questions.
Yes, sir.
Please tell us about your family member, mother, father, what are they doing? How many brothers, sisters you have got? What are they doing?
Yes.
With whom are you close in the family and why? What are your friend circle? Which friend has impressed you maximum and why? Then what are the monthly expenses of yourself? How do you manage those monthly expenses? And finally, I like to know your routine on Sundays or holidays. That means on Sundays and holidays, when do you get up in the morning? What do you do whole day? When do you go to sleep? Please tell me.
Yes, sir. As far as my parents are concerned, my father, he is in.
Now stop this. That is what the problem is with you.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. I'll try to stop. I will stop, sir. My
You
father.
understood what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
That tendency cut down. That is.
Okay, sir. My father is a BPC dealer. He's a wholesale kerosene dealer. We supplied the kerosene to the district of Chikmagalur, and his monthly earnings are given over there, sir.
You don't have to give the first read, that's all. You don't have to talk about it. Then,
Yes, sir. And in my family, I had my mother, sir.
who is a
she's a BTech graduate. She is now employed in an IT company in Bangalore itself, sir.
And my grandmother stays with me.
Yes, sir. My grandmother.
That's all.
Grandmother stays with me.
Go back. Put it back. Why are you coming out? Throughout, relax. Sit like this only. Don't have to show tension.
Yes, sir.
But I see that you have been working as a private kerosene dealer, wholesale. You have taken up this job at this young age?
No, sir. That's my father, sir.
No, then you filled it up wrong. You have written here. Come here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here, see what is written here.
Can you written it wrong, sir? I thought it's my father. I had to read it wrong.
Speak loudly. What have you written?
I have written as kerosene wholesale dealers as my job, sir. It's my father's job, actually.
You have written dealership, okay?
Yes, sir.
This is incorrect.
Yes, sir.
Don't make these mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Okay,
part
sir.
of the IQ form. That means you did not have eye for detail.
Yes, sir.
You did not see it properly. You have given wrong information in this. Should you do that?
No, sir.
Please sit down.
Yes, sir. My grandmother stays with me, and she helps out in our domestic work, sir. She prepares food and all for us now. And next, when it comes to my friend circle, my closest friend is Abhin Anthony, sir. He's really close to me, and he helps me out. He motivates me in my work, and whatever I do, I share my ideas with him. And he also shares ideas with me as well.
So just because he shares your ideas and you share with him and he's your friend,
No, sir.
you don't say anything good in him.
Sir, he understands me well, sir.
So you need to be understood by somebody. Conditional friendship.
No, sir. Not just that. He is
very responsible,
Yes,
very
sir.
social and jovial in character,
Yes, sir.
and very trustful.
Yes, sir. He's trustworthy.
But
Sir.
you are not telling me these qualities. You are telling me as if you depend on him or something like that. And he is of your type. I don't know what is your type. Wrong thing. You have the friendship generally who are good people, social, interactive, very trustful, responsible,
Yes, sir.
and have better understanding of each other.
Oh,
And we mutually help and share our problems, etc. Okay?
okay, sir.
That's how you reply. Okay. Continue with your pocket money expenses and Sunday routine.
Yes, sir. My pocket money, will be around 1,000 rupees, sir. My father gives me 1,000 rupees a month. Which I can use throughout the month. My expenses.
You need to explain me if 1,000 rupees is your expenses, on what all you spend systematically in a planned manner. Like 1,000 rupees I get, 200 I spend on this, 300 I spend on this, so much I spend on this, so much I spend on this. That shows that you are a planned and organized candidate. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I usually read books, sir. I am avid book reader. So I spend my monthly expenses on my books as well, sir. And I bicycle a lot, sir. My cycling also, I have to give servicing for my cycle every month. So it also costs around 300 rupees, sir. And my books will cost around almost 300, sir. That also costs around 300. And rest 300 among which I use I will buy something for myself like chocolates and all, sir. And the rest of the money I save up for little bit, sir. And which I can use whenever I need, sir. If there is an emergency which I really need, I'll save up around 150 to 200 rupees at the end of the month.
Why do you save 150 to 100?
Yes, sir.
1,000 rupees you are saving also. Why do you save?
Sir, I want to have a little bit amount of money, sir, in case of any emergencies.
In case of emergency, your parents are working and having good money.
Yes, sir.
So why you have to save?
In case if I've gone out of the town, if my parents can't reach, if some emergency, some sort of emergency is there, I can use that money, sir. So I'll keep it, sir. If there is an emergency, I'll contact my parents and I'll ask them for money. If they can't help in that situation, I'll use that money, sir. And my monthly expenses will be almost around 800 to 900 rupees. Yes, sir. And
Now you have forgotten your daily routine.
yes, sir, my daily
It shows that your memory and grasp is low. I have told you never forget any of the questions that are asked,
Yes,
and
sir.
now you are keeping quiet. And I have to bring you what about your Sunday routine?
Yes, sir. My Sunday routine revolves around first I'll wake up at 9 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock, sir. I'll have good sleep till then.
You are not correcting your is coming too much. Please correct your communication.
Yes, sir. And after I wake up, me and my father we help our grandmother to make the breakfast, sir. So she'll have Monday's rest because she'll be cooking for us the next of the six days. So we help her do the cooking, sir. And after that, usually I'll do the household works, like gardening and all. I'll help my father in doing gardening and all in the morning. And after that, usually we go out to have lunch, sir. After having lunch, we come back and during school days I used to study after my lunch. But during my vacations, I visit my friends and we usually go out for swimming and all, sir. I'm really interested in swimming, and after we really go out to swimming near our home, where we have a pool there. We enjoy there a lot, and we get back by almost 5:30, and usually I stay with my friends. If not, I come to my home and I read books or watch TV and listen music.
And then don't sleep.
And sleep at almost 9 or 10 o'clock.
There's a lot of difference 9 and 10 o'clock. When do you sleep at 9 o'clock? When do you sleep 10 o'clock?
Sir, after swimming, if I'm very very tired, I sleep off early, sir.
You don't have dinner.
We have dinner.
You are not telling me.
Yes, sir. We have dinner at 8:30, sir.
And don't have time with the family members and all, sit and chat for some time or watch TV, nothing of this sort.
Yes, sir.
But you are not telling me. Now you continue to display the same quality that you need to improve. You are still halting, you are still fumbling for the words. Though you have got the confidence and the communication skills satisfactory, the things are not coming, all because you have not done practice. You should have done practice at your home. When this question of family background we ask, this is how I am going to prepare and tell. When this question on the academic background or educational background we ask, this is how I am going to speak.
Yes, sir.
So that will improve only when you have practiced it. Now, first time you made the mistake, second time also you are making the same mistake. There is no improvement. You have to improve. Still you have got halfway to go ahead. Please tell me about games and sports. What are the games and sports you have been playing? What have been your hobbies and interests? Your contribution in extracurricular activities in games and sports, right from class 8 till today, what you have done?
Yes, sir. I've played cricket, sir. I've been playing cricket from my around third standard, sir. I started playing cricket around third standard. I made it to the district zonal level, sir. There and after that, I have been playing cricket till now also, and I have started playing football around my 8th standard. So it has also become my daily routine. And after football, in my college, I have started to play basketball, sir. And after basketball, I have also played this thing. I cycle a lot, sir.
Not getting out, please. He's holding you. Please continue.
I also played.
Are you nervous?
No, sir.
Then you are not nervous. I don't see nervousness in you. You are quite confident. You can speak satisfactorily, but you are not giving the delivery correctly.
Yes.
Please go ahead. The way I am speaking in a very simple manner.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I play badminton, sir. I've picked up the habit of playing badminton since first PU, and I like badminton. I have a friend with whom I play badminton, and I have also enjoyed doing swimming, sir. I like swimming. I swim a lot. I swim every Sunday.
Don't close your eyes. Closing eyes shows that your memory and grasp is restricted. Closing eyes like this. Never do that.
I do swimming, sir. I like swimming.
What are the various strokes in swimming?
Sir, one that is a breaststroke, sir, and the other one is freestyle,
And the other one is this style. And the other one, what language is this? The various strokes in swimming are breaststroke, backstroke, butterfly, and freestyle. Can't you speak like this? Your response and reply to my question has not been satisfactory. You are talking like a class 10th and 8th student. You could have said, looking at the PIQ form, that sir, I am basically a good sportsman who plays almost all games that a student of my age play. I am very keenly interested in cricket, football, basketball, and basketball. I have achieved some achievement in so and so field. I also am a person who can't sit idle and do nothing. I regularly go for swimming. I do reading of certain books. The books that I have read are these. Among the books I have found very interesting is these. I am not telling you like this. Your response has not been good, especially this response. When I have asked about games, sports, extracurricular activities and hobbies, your response has been low level response. You have to now go back and prepare your answer properly and effectively.
yes.
Remember, candidate is supposed to talk 80% of the time and interviewing officer is to speak only 20%. Now, I see that you have gone to district level in cricket.
Yes, sir.
How, if you are in the school, even if you are in the school and your principal tells you that you are a good cricket player, let's have plan a cricket match, organize this. How will you go about planning and organizing only one cricket match in your school? Please tell me.
Sir, with the help of my friends, we'll clear out the field, sir, to make it proper for the pitch and the fielding. We'll water it daily, sir, so that the field becomes little wet. And it will help the ball to go faster, sir. If we do watering every day, the field will slowly become softer and softer, sir. So if someone dives or if someone gets hurt, the impact of the injury will be very less.
Can you make one letter saying that we'll prepare the field for the cricket rather than telling all these things? Because you have to tell me so many things. How will you plan? How will you conduct? Now you are explaining so much, only putting water, putting this. Can't you make one sentence? We'll prepare the cricket field?
Yes.
Good enough?
Yes.
Then? You will not. What else will you do? How will you plan a cricket match? And how will you conduct?
Yes. And
Please don't get nervous, relax. I have to tell you all these things so that next time when you come, or actually when you go for SSB, you put in your best foot forward, keeping these things in mind, okay? Yeah.
And we ask other PE teachers to help us out with the equipment.
Ask out the PT teacher. What is this statement? Ask out. English is correct?
No, sir. We'll request our PE teachers to help us out in our daily activities, and we'll practice daily, sir.
He wants one match from you interesting. How will you plan and conduct?
And we'll ask for a Sunday or a weekday where
He has
people
given you freedom. When will you tell me? You're telling me, decide me how are you well planned and well organized.
nearest holiday or in.
Nearest holiday is the Sunday.
Yes, sir. We'll plan it on.
You are not telling me. Then?
We'll plan it on the next Sunday itself, sir. And we'll encourage our boys and we'll make two teams out of. We'll make a senior lot and a junior lot, and we'll mix both of them. And the six players of the senior lot and 5 players of the junior lot, we'll mix them up so that everyone in the school can get the opportunity regarding cricket. Then we'll plan it on a Sunday and we'll make sure that it won't rain on that day because our plan has to work out. So we'll play on the Sunday, sir. Yes.
How will you play? How many overs are you going to play? Who is the umpire? Then how much whatever refreshment, seating arrangement, notice board, timekeeper, who is going to be? And how will you start the match? How will you terminate the match? Match is started, both the teams are called, introduced to the senior most guy, your principal or maybe headmaster, whosoever is there. Thereafter the coin is tossed and then they out for the fielding or playing. And once the match is over, then we appreciate the winning team and then wish them all the best and then people will disperse. आपने कुछ नहीं किया, आपने संडे को प्लान किया, nobody is coming, no student is coming because it's a holiday. They say they are not interested. Teachers also not coming, sir. एक दिन तो संडे मिलता है, they are not coming. Then
have to make it on.
So you have not made two teams. You have made no khichdi. You should have said a 12th class versus rest of the school. You have 12th versus 11th. That would be a better cricket match 10 overs. And then you take them on the ground. You have to put out a notice board. You have to inform when you are planning. And then plan for all these things. Having an umpire, 10 overs game. Correct or no?
Yes.
Introduction of the team to the principal. Then starting the game. Arranging for the refreshment, sitting arrangement, scoreboard, timekeeper. Then after the match finishes, appreciating the winning team. Either it will be 12th or rest of the school. Very poor planning and operational state. You need to do up properly that if you are asked in the SSB interview, how will you plan? Maybe anything, cricket, football or a basketball match or a quiz competition, you need to prepare well. Right from putting it on the notice board till the time the match or the quiz finishes by appreciation by the senior most man who is there. Maybe principal, director, dean, whosoever is there. You have to prepare like this. Your answer has been very, very poor. Now coming next, you want to join Indian Air Force. What are the various types of aircraft that Indian Air Force has got?
Sir, Indian Air Force has brought trainer aircrafts and attack.
So first you are telling me trainer and then you are telling me attack. Look at the priority. We should come first.
Attack.
Then why are not telling me? Is it merely telling or answering is good enough, or you have to organize in a planned manner according to importance and priority? Therefore, first you should say coming to the combatant aircraft or the fighter aircraft, then go to the training aircraft or the transport aircraft, then you go to the various types of aircraft. Do you not do? Please follow that. How does the aircraft take off and fly? Coming? Very, very poor. You got a notice board. You have to inform when you are.
Then we plan it on a Sunday.
Match started, both the 12th versus 11th. The principal, then starting the game, you got a notice board. You have to. And then plan for all these matches. Maybe anything, cricket. Very, very poor. Coming to the common.
High pressure is created in the lower part of the wing and coach.
And you are doing. Restrict your hand.
It's a curved shape, sir.
What is the name of that shape called?
Streamline shape.
Aerofoil shape. Cross section of the wing and the body of the aircraft is in a
Aerofoil shape.
Is there any other principle other than Bernoulli that is used for aircraft to take off and fly?
No, sir.
How does the aircraft move forward against the wind? It creates a
Newton's
thrust. commission rank of officers in the Indian Air Force?
Starting from the bottom, sir. First is the flying officer, and after that,
Flying?
lieutenant, sir.
Flying lieutenant. Yeah, flight lieutenant. Not flying. You are saying flying.
Flight lieutenant, and after that, squadron leader. Then comes the wing commander. Then comes the group captain. Then comes the air commodore.
What is this language? Then comes the. Is it good language? How should you put across? The rank from bottom to top part, this. The topmost being this. Then comes. This is a poor language expression. Don't you think? You can make it better. Okay, tell me important national news in last 1 month.
National news, sir. First, India, Karnataka. There is a political crisis in Karnataka, and second news is India.
Okay, understood that you have not prepared yourself. You need to prepare yourself. General awareness, defense knowledge, as briefed in the class. You are doing that today?
Yes, sir.
Very clearly cited that you please talk about politics, games and sports, the science and technology, we said economy and management, defense and security, who's who, we spoke like that.
Yes, sir.
You are not remembering anything. Only Karnataka. You are not prepared at all. You need to prepare. This is only national. If I ask you international event that have taken place, you will further not tell. That means you need to do focus study and practice. Understand? Okay, final question. Tell me all about yourself. What are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and how will you overcome your weaknesses?
So, strength. I'm a motivated, determined, and obedient person, sir.
It is not determined, it is determined. Correct pronunciation.
I'm a determined person, sir, and I'm a curious person. Once I find out, I'll
Speak.
Yes, sir. Once I find out a little thing, I want to explore it all throughout, sir. And through my determination, I think I can do it, sir. And I also believe that I am an obedient child to my parents. I am respectful of my parents, and
See this pause. This pause is not going to be good for you. You are speaking about yourself, there is no new things involved. Can't you speak about yourself? You look to be you are a good sports person. Heavy participation in extracurricular activities. You go for the various hobbies and interests. You are not telling me your keenness for joining Indian Air Force. Have you seen any aircraft, any aero show? Have you seen any movie pertaining to Air Force?
aircraft show.
What are your weaknesses and how will I overcome?
Sir, I have a problem in my language and little bit of addiction, sir. I have to improve on that, and my communication skills are average, sir. I have to improve on my communication skills as well, and I think that I shouldn't get too demotivated or.
That becoming now, I can never.
Yes, I'm too demotivated. I shouldn't let that happen, and I should see into that. Once I take up a thing, I'll only stop thinking about a thing once I have finished it. So I have to be courageous with whatever decision I make.
I have finished. This is the last question that will be asked. Tell me all about yourself, and you have to prepare. It's very coming out that you have to prepare this reply. You need to really do practice and focus and be okay. Now, any question you have got, anything that you like to ask me?
No.
That is the last question that interview also will ask there. So if you have genuinely some queries, questions, please ask. Otherwise, say thank you very much, sir. It was pleasure meeting you and discussing with you. See you sometime in life, sir. That's all, and with that we'll go back. Okay?
Yes.
Now you tell me how have you done the interview?
I could have performed well, sir. I didn't perform really good.
Do you think that you will clear the interview with this what you have done today?
I think it's doubtful, sir. With what
Yeah, it is doubtful. Your performance started off well. You started well, showing confidence, language, proficiency. But as the interview progressed, your performance went down, 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 down. And we find that there is a potential in you, but you are not done focus study and practice, and that is going to put you down. Okay? To start with, first thing, that your PIQ form not effective.
Yes.
Second, entry to IO room not effective. Correct?
Yes.
Third, planning and organizational skills inadequate. I told you to organize the cricket match.
Yes.
Fourth, defense knowledge and general awareness not adequate. Fifth, get demoralized when not answering questions that shows on your face. That shows on your
Face.
face. Then six, shows potential to do well in interview, but fails to project skills. Seventh, a high borderline candidate. Eighth, needs to do focus study and practice. These are the observations. While it's good that you have cleared the written test of MBA, it's a great achievement. A lot of filtering has been done. Now your effort should be to clear the SSB. It will be very good for you to go up in the career. You have got confidence, you have got communication skill, but you are getting demoralized just because you are not able to answer it properly, the way they taught you in the class. Remember, your communication skill will come out clearly, which you have got if you practice and focus study on all questions that is asked by the interview also. That is starting from your educational background, your family background, games and sports, hobbies, extracurricular activities, general knowledge and defense awareness. If you prepare and answer at home and practice them, you will do well. Otherwise, it will be difficult. And this rate, I find that you remain only as a borderline candidate, which is not good enough for you. You need to practice, not only improve. Practice, because it is a challenge for you here. If you practice and do focus study, you will do well. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
You know, life is. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure discussing with you.
Yes, sir. It was nice discussing with you.
Why are you not telling on your own? Why I have to tell? Sir, I shall improve and do best.
Yes, sir. I will improve on my skills and I will do my best.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Sit with the other guy.
Okay, Kaushik Kishanan, you start.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me from where you're coming and what are you doing at present?
So I am coming from Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu. I have cleared my NDA exam and currently I am preparing for my SSB interview. For backup, I have cleared my engineering examination and I am waiting for an engineering council.
Very good. You are coming from Tiruvannamalai.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about that place.
Sir, Tiruvannamalai is famous for Kartika Deepam and Girivalam.
What?
Kartika Deepam and Girivalam. It's a festival in which we light a lamp in the top of the hill. So about 3 million people gather on that day on that temple every year.
Okay. You have been there?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. Kaushik now will talk more about you.
Yes,
Covering areas of education, your family, and your spare time activities.
Yes,
I have some idea of that from the PIQ that you have filled, but you can talk in greater details. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you tell me about education, starting from class 8 working up to the present level.
Yes, sir.
In this, I would be interested in the percentage you achieved, various competitive exams that you appeared for, and the result, and your future career options.
Yes, sir.
Also, tell me about your games, sports, extracurricular activities that you have participated in, and special achievements.
Yes, sir.
I would like to know about your teachers. Those teachers who impressed you and those who failed to do so, and why.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about your friends. Who are your close friends and why do you consider them as such? And those people could be anyone, boys, girls, with whom you found it difficult to get along with.
Sure, sir.
If you had any problem financing your education, how was it resolved? Start from class 8.
So, my father got retired from Air Force Station Suratgarh when I was just entering my class 8. So, when he retired, we moved to our hometown, Tiruvannamalai. So, I was studying in KV number 2 Air Force Suratgarh. So, I got my transfer from there and I got admission in KV Tiruvannamalai. I started my 8th standard here. It went well and I scored 10 CGPA in my 8th standard. During 8th standard, for the first time, I went to the regional level swimming. I represented my KV and I didn't bag any medals or any place. But I performed well and I thought of giving best the next time. And in my 9th standard, also I scored 10 CGPA. But in sports, I was better in that year. I also went for regional swimming competition, which was held in KV IIT Chennai, and I bagged silver medal. It's one of my outstanding achievement because I missed my nationals by 15 seconds. I was national standby that time, and I was the only one who completed the 800-meter freestyle swimming that much early. I also scored a 10 CGPA in my 9th standard. Coming to my 10th standard. In 10th standard, I didn't participate in sports much because my parents advised me, and I also had a thought that I should focus on more on academics and score well because 10th standard is the foundation for my future. So I focused more on my studies and I secured 10 CGPA in my 10th standard. And the 11th standard, it was the first batch of our school. But only 2 groups were available, 2 streams. Biomaths and the CS stream, computer science. I chose the biomaths, and initially there were 30 members, in which 8 members were CS students, and the other 22 members were bio students. 11th standard didn't go well because we had a shortage of teachers. We requested our KVS region to recruit some new staffs, but they didn't. But they said they tried, but they didn't get anyone. So we managed with a contract teacher only. So I secured 85% in 11th. In 12th, we got some new teachers. We got regular permanent teacher for physics, biology, and English. So I done well in physics. I've done well in all the subjects, but especially in physics, I've done very well compared to my 12th standard performance. In my 12th standard, I totally left my uh, sports things, and I fully focused on only studies. But during my 11th standard, I went to the regional basketball level with my team. We didn't get any prize, and in 11th standard, I went to regional chess competition. It was a cluster one. I got selected in my region. I represented the Chennai cluster in the regional level, but I only participated. I didn't back any prize. In the same year, I went for two of the exhibition. Science exhibition, which was held in cluster level in KV Ashok Nagar, Chennai. I got selected, and my partner was a boy named Santosh. He was from KV Island Grounds. We both represented Chennai cluster, and we secured third place in regionals, and we were the second standby for national on that year. And I went to social science exhibition, and it was the cluster level was held in KV Anna Nagar, Chennai, and I bagged second place in Hindi debate. That's what my achievements in class level. I didn't participate much in class 12. I focused on my academics. So I stood first in my district, and my number was I was the 20th one on the whole Chennai region, in the whole state. And recently I got a cash award from HRD Ministry for outstanding performance. It was cash award.
Tell me about the various competitive exams that you appeared, about your future career options. I'd also like to know about your teachers who impressed you and those who failed to do so. Also talk to me about your friends who are your close friends and why do you consider them as such.
Yes, sir. I like my biology teacher very much because I just spent 1 year with him, but he was so motivating. He encouraged me very much. That's why I was able to score very much in biology. Before that, I was moderate in biology. I didn't show much interest, but when he came, he boosted me up, and I started performing well in my biology. That's why I scored 99 out of 100. He also appreciated for my performance in 12th board. But I like him more because I like his character very much. Apart from the academic part, he also calls me. He often calls me home. Calls me to his home. He provides me everything along with my studies. He takes me. He takes care of me like his own kid. And the teacher which I don't like most is my physics teacher. I wouldn't. The academic part, he was the best one because he had a very good communication and interacting skills. But he didn't encourage us very much. Whenever I would ask any doubt or any of my classmates would ask any doubt, he would just shout or yell at us why can't you understand? It's a simple one. Like that he would say. He wouldn't motivate us or he wouldn't help us out in that region. But he would do if he often asked him or if he repeat the question again. So that's what about my teachers. So coming to my entrance examination, after my 12th board, I went for JE coaching in Akash, and I applied for JE examination, which was conducted on April 7th and 8th. First paper was PR and second paper for BE. I scored 81 percentile in PR paper and 80 percentile in JE mains paper. The next exam which I gave was BIT exam, which was conducted in BIT Vellore itself. I secured 30,000 rank, but I didn't attend the counseling because we weren't able to afford that much. The next exam which I gave was the NDA. I was sure that it was my second attempt, though I gave my first attempt in 2018 September exam, but I couldn't clear that because I was just examination well, so I cleared it and I was confident that I would clear the exam. The next exam which I gave was NEET, National Eligibility Entrance Test. I secured 383 marks and my All India rank was 1,20,000 in NEET exam. I am waiting for my medical counselling also. The next exam which I gave was BITSAT. It's for the institution BITS Pilani. I secured 154 marks in that, and I just attempted it for my experience. The next exam which I gave was AIMS, All India Medical Entrance Examination. I secured 66% in that exam, and I also gave my JIPMAR exam which is the institution is in Pondicherry. I didn't get my name in merit list, but I had a very good experience. The last exam which I gave was Regional Institute of Education, NCRT, which is in Mysore. I gave for the Mysore branch. I am waiting for its result. It will be released on July 10th.
Tell me about your friends. Who are your close friends and where do you consider them as such? And if you had any problem financing education, how was it?
Yes, sir. At the start, when I was transferred from Suratgarh to Tiruvannamalai, for almost 1 year, I didn't have any friends. Even I am being Tamilian, they considered me as North Indian because I could speak Hindi well. So they didn't behave or they didn't consider me as a friend for almost 1 year. But when time passed on, when we went to the 9th standard, we all became close, and I also became close to my friends. I got many friends, but the closest one is only one, because only one can be our closest one. Though I have a gang of friends. His name is Sarvesh. He's actually we were toppers of our class. Though we had competition within ourselves, but we had a good mutual understanding. We would give up and we would help each other wherever we have doubt. We would approach the teachers for any suggestions which we want for our examinations. So he would motivate me and I would also motivate him. So like that we topped our class till 10th. But he joined 11th, 12th in Sri Chaitanya school, which is in Bangalore. But I continued in the same school. He didn't score well but he scored well in NEET.
Okay, now tell me about your if you had any problem financing education, how was it result?
Yes, sir. Actually, I wanted to pursue my 11th, 12th in Velamal school, which is one of the reputed institutions in Tamil Nadu. But my parents told me that if you the cost of that school is like about 2
But
to 3 lakhs.
otherwise, did you have any problem financing education till now?
No, sir. Till now. Till now I don't have because I study in Kendra Vidyalaya.
Okay, now you said you have gone for basketball.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what do you understand the 3-second rule?
Yes, sir. We should not hold the ball more than 3 seconds. We should pass on to our teammate.
Anywhere in the court or any particular area?
Anywhere in the court, sir.
Okay. You said you appeared for NEET and such related other competitive
Yes, sir.
exams. What would be your option? Suppose you clear for your medical as well as your NDA.
I would go for India, sir.
Why?
I kept my medical entrance as a backup only, sir. My first aim was NDA only.
Why do you want to join the defense forces?
It's been my aim since I was saving my father and all the places which he worked. One day I asked him how to get to his place. He said that it's not necessary to become. He was an airman. He said said that you can try for officer. I asked him how to become an officer. So he just told me one word, NDA. So I started preparing from then onwards. My only aim is NDA. To enter NDA and
Why do you want to join NDA and become an officer?
So because it's the most dignified job in the nation and it gives me very much pride in my society.
Okay, good. Okay, so what do you know about the Indian Air Force?
So Indian Air Force, it was started on October 8, it was established on October 8, 1932. Because I know that because my father was in Air Force, we usually celebrate Air Force Day every year. And
When is Air Force Day celebrated?
October 8. Yes.
Okay, good. Can you tell me what is the highest rank in Indian Air Force?
Marshal of the Indian Air Force.
Who is the current Marshal of the Indian Air Force?
No one, sir. There's only one post.
By,
Arjun Singh, sir.
so why there's no one at present?
So I think someone can come to that.
It is an honor.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
an honor.
So, presently, who is the highest serving officer in the Indian Air Force?
Virendra Singh Dhanova. Air Chief Marshal Virendra Singh Dhanova.
Air Chief Marshal
Virendra Singh Dhanova.
What is his appointment? Chief of Air Staff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he's a chief of Air Staff as Chief Marshal.
Yes,
He is
sir.
Dhanova.
Yes, sir.
Starting from Air Chief Marshal, can you tell me the ranks in the Indian Air Force?
In a descending order, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Air Chief Marshal, Air Marshal, Air Vice Marshal, Air Commodore, Group Captain, Wing Commander, Squadron Leader, Flight Lieutenant, Flying Officer.
Very good. Okay. Can you tell me the gallantry award that are given to Air Force personnel?
Yes, sir. I know about the Flying Officer Nirmaljeet Singh's account. He was the only one who got Paramveer Chakra.
Very good. So, what are the other gallantry awards?
So the gallantry awards are as follows: Paramveer Chakra, Ashok Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, Kirti Chakra, Veer Chakra, Shaurya Chakra, and
Any
then
difference in these awards?
yes, sir. It shows the degree of our effort which we put in the field.
Okay.
It shows
What's the
degree.
difference between Paramveer Chakra and Ashok Chakra?
So if you lose if it's casualty or if you face our enemy face to face, and if you are very tremendous in that, we will get Paramveer Chakra.
Okay. One is given during operations, other one is
Yes, sir.
given peacetime.
Peacetime, yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will. Okay. Now I will just give you a feedback about how you performed till now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now since our first set of questions are over.
Yes, sir.
Prosecution, we will now, firstly, you are well prepared, you are confident, but you are still show signs of nervousness at times. That you have got to be, you should be able to control yourself. Okay. You need to talk more slowly and deliberately. You are too fast at times.
Yes, sir.
Be more deliberate. Okay. Otherwise, your preparation is good. You have answered most of the questions, but at times you have tendency to talk about things that tending towards verbosity. You must have been told you have got to be precise. You have got to be to the point. So you must prepare those. Okay. Now coming to your questions. Firstly, I asked you about your performance, your percentage, which you said correctly, and then your competitive exams. Again, you said it, but I'll repeat that's okay. Okay. I asked you about your game, sports, extracurricular activity. You told me class-wise, each of the 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, 11th class, 12th class. You see, in this process, what is happening is many things you are repeating. So I play representatives in basketball, I played in 10th, you played in 12th. Nothing wrong in that. You might like to think of say consolidating all the games, sports, extracurricular activities as one question and talking about it instead of mentioning it class-wise. So you avoid repetition. You can say basketball side played for this level and you represented this and what are your achievements. So you are talking about that basketball only once and you can then lay greater emphasis on what you want to say. Nothing wrong in what you did. You may like to consider if you are comfortable, you might like to say that. Okay. Then coming to your teachers. You told about the teacher, but have said something more about the teacher. Why has he created an impact on you? After all, you have come across so many teachers, but you are mentioning one teacher. So you should be able to analyze that person's qualities and how he has impacted you better. I mean, you can raise your level of your answer better, content. What are those? What has he done beyond just teaching you? That is what you must highlight. Okay. Your friends. You mentioned your friends are your number of friends, but who told you? I didn't ask you the closest friend. I asked you the close friends. So you didn't have to stick to one friend. And when you talk about friend, you must identify what are those qualities in that friend that you admire. There has to be some qualities that you should bring out. That shows your ability to understand that person, your intelligence, your analytical ability towards that person. And it shows those qualities which you value. It shows about you. It's not how you are not talking about your friend, but it projects your qualities. So try to talk about that. Those qualities in your friend which you admire. That is why you are friend with him.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Because there are certain specific qualities. Okay. Now coming to the aspect of your why you want to join, you generally said it, but you can think more. You are there in Air Force. What is it that you are seeing in the Air Force way of life? Identify those qualities. Okay, just saying that you spend time there, you are seeing, that's good, but you must be able to
So the way of life.
bring out the specific aspects of Air Force life that you have experienced and that you want to live through. Understand? So you should be able to bring out that. Your knowledge about Air Force reasonably good, but that's never. It's always ongoing process. You must continue to prepare.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Keep updated.
Keep improving your knowledge. Especially you are a Air Force kid, so your knowledge has to be much more than most of the other kids. Because you can't, you have spent so much of time with them.
Yes, sir.
So your knowledge has to be much higher. Okay, which you are quite okay, but you should work on it. Okay. So we'll continue with the interview.
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt till now what I told you?
No, sir.
You need to be more deliberate.
Yes, sir.
Apply yourself more. Okay. Okay. Kaushika, Kaushik, what are you called?
Kaushikeshwaran, sir.
But what do your friends call? Kaushik, this can't be so complicated.
They call me Kaushik, sir.
Kaushik.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll also call you Kaushik.
Sure, sir.
Okay. We'll start again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kaushik, now we'll talk about your family.
Yes, sir.
In this, I have interest in your parents, brothers, sisters, other family members residing with you. Their education and occupation. How you spend time with them? What are the activities you carry out? Which are those activities you are personally involved in? Whom do you approach when you have a problem? I would also like to know about your neighborhood friends. How you spend time? What are the activities you carry out? Which are those activities? How do you spend time together?
Yes, sir.
Also, tell me about your financial aspects. How much pocket money you get and how do you spend it? If you don't get pocket money, how do you meet your financial requirements?
Yes, sir.
Start with your parents.
Yes, sir. My father was an ex-IAF. He was an airman. He is retired now and he is currently working in Indian Postal Service. He is a Group D MDS. He's done diploma in electrical and electronic engineering, and he has pursued engineering, bachelor in engineering in electrical and communication. He was first transferred to Arni, which was somewhat nearer to Tiruvannamalai, but he worked there for 2 years. So for 2 years he was going up and down. He didn't stay or take any rented house there. So he would daily come. He would go there daily. My mother has done MSc in mathematics along with B.Ed. Presently she is working in a private school in Tiruvannamalai itself. She teaches maths and Hindi. I don't have any siblings. I'm the only son. And my father's parents are dead. They are no more alive. And my mother's parents are dead. My mother has 3 brothers, younger
Are they
brothers.
staying with you?
No, sir. We are staying alone. We are
Stick
staying.
to the family members staying with you.
Yes, we are staying alone. And talking about neighbors, I don't have any neighbors because our home is in a remote area. The houses are building up there, but it's an ongoing process. The area is getting developed, but we are the first to occupy that village. So yes, sir. So my father is getting a pension of rupees 20,000 per month, and he earns about 25,000 from his postal service. My mother earns 15,000 per month. So whenever
How do you spend time together? What are the activities you all carry out? Which are those activities that you are personally involved in? Whom do you approach when you have a problem? Also, tell me about your financial aspects. How much time, how much money you spend? How do you meet? How much pocket money you get? And how do you, if you don't get pocket money, how do you meet your financial expenses and requirements?
initially, before my father got transferred to my hometown itself, I used to spend more time with my mother. I would share everything with my parents. Every day they would ask me how the school went. I would share everything which happened in the school. I never had anything because as I didn't have any siblings, I considered them as my parents and my siblings. So I showed that kind of love to them. They are the only one which I have known till now. So, but whenever I get a problem, I used to approach my father well because he doesn't get emotional much, and he would used to analyze the problem and he would give me a solution. My mother also used to give me a solution, but whenever I approached her, she would get emotional and she would not think about the fact or the solution. She would think emotional and she would scold me, or she would just try to convince me to ignore that problem. So I think my father gives me a more analytic solution to whatever problem I get. And I don't get any pocket money or any monthly money from my parents. But whenever I am in need of money for my projects or any of my
How much do you spend in a month on an average?
so whenever I require, I just
How much do you spend roughly?
so 200 to 300. That's it.
How?
So I spend only on my projects or whatever activities they give me on school. Other than that, I would just.
Why you don't go and have some meets in your school? Don't you get together with your friends?
No, sir, no, not often, sir.
Not often,
Yes,
but
sir.
once in a while?
Once in a while, like when I completed my 12th standard, we went to an outing to a nearby dam. Like that, one or two occasions only I went, sir. I won't go often. So whenever I am in need of money, I just approach my parents. I would explain the what's that.
May I come in, sir?
Please come in. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down. What's your name?
Sai Manohar Tirupati, sir.
Sai Manohar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where are you from, Sai Manohar?
I am from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. Tell me something about Vijayawada.
Vijayawada is a nice place, sir, where we can find Lord Durgamma Talli, which is famous for Vijayawada, and it is a cultural area where we can find so much traditions. And it is very little bit hot area. That's about it, Vijayawada, sir.
Anything about the Navy? There is a big naval base there. Have you been to the naval base?
No, sir, there is no naval base in Vijayawada. It is in Visakhapatnam, sir.
Okay, that is in Vijayawada. What type of style of living you find in the different force? There is some ethos, there is some culture, there is some traditions
Yes,
which they follow, isn't it?
yes, sir.
Then how the discipline and
And the
effectiveness
most
and
important
efficiency?
thing is they are secular, sir,
Okay,
which can't be found outside.
you can't find outside.
Outside.
Don't you find them disciplined, very
Yes, sir.
efficient and effective?
Efficient and effective and very disciplined, sir.
Have you seen them when the job agitation took place? How effectively
Yes, sir.
the
During
army
natural
controlled it
calamities and all
when the
things.
civilians could not do it
Yes, sir.
with all the IGs and DIGs in them, isn't it?
They will be little step for backward in that type of situation, sir.
Okay. Now, how about the respect that you get in the defense force?
It is the best respect which can be found
Why
in
do
any
they
other
respect the
place.
defense forces? Tell me.
Because they are saving our lives, sir. We are sleeping in the night comfortably because of them, sir. Without having the fear of enemy attacks on us. Armed forces are
I
the
suppose
reason.
because they are totally dedicated, committed, and they make a lot of sacrifice,
Yes, sir.
sacrifice of the staying away from the family,
Yes, sir.
as also sacrifice of personal sacrifice in terms of life if required,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? So that's why okay, Simon, what you talked about so far, that is why you want to join the defense forces
Yes.
and about your family background.
Yes, sir.
Now my comments are, defense forces, when you say why do you want to join the defense forces, these are very pertinent, relevant questions to you.
Yes.
You should answer with more of passion,
Yes.
with your reasons for shooting the fingertips. You are trying to find out words to say. So your power of expression is limited.
Yes.
Vocabulary is limited. Take it. Find out words that suits the perception that you are thinking of the defense forces.
Yes.
When you talk of the defense forces, the glory of the defense forces is discipline, effectiveness, efficiency, isn't it? Talk about the ethos, culture, the lifestyle, the respect in the society, the bonhomie, the camaraderie they have, and the mutual respect that they have. And of course, they are dedicated and committed to the service of the nation directly at the border.
Yes.
As you very rightly said, they are guarding you at the border and keeping awake. That's
Yes.
why you are having a peaceful sleep. Okay. Articulate these reasons a little better.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And of course, you could talk about little bit of perks and privileges, salary, not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Though army doesn't, the defense forces does not give you as much of money that you make it outside, but it gives you everything the money can buy.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you have to include all these points in a very structured manner.
Okay, sir.
As far as your the family life is, the family background is concerned, talk. You are talking very fast. Firstly,
Okay, sir.
be slow, be deliberate. We told you the SLDC.
Yes, sir.
Slow, loud, deliberate, confident, very clear. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And your flame also is be more formal, more lively. I can't see that motivation and enthusiasm in your face. The body language needs to be better. Okay. As far as the answer is concerned, talk about the father and mother and the siblings. Talk about the occupation and talk about 2-3 good points of your father.
Okay, sir.
Similarly about your mother,
Yes.
isn't it? And your siblings also. You must try to say in a manner that you bring out your family in a very good light.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then you are fumbling about the contribution in the family. What all that work that you do, responsibility you take in the family, that must be included.
Yes.
Okay. And the routine, when you are saying the routine you are saying in a manner which is use the present tense in the first person. I get up at so and so time. Give the timing of getting up, time of breakfast, time of lunch, and time of dinner, and time to go to sleep. And fill in this blank, the time between this, very constructively and actively.
Okay.
We're trying to see whether you are responsible when you are left to yourself. Do you engage yourself in something fruitful and constructive? Okay.
Yes.
So that was not coming. Then I will be going, then I will be coming back, and your structure of the sentences and English language as a wasn't appropriate. Grammar.
Okay, sir.
Improve grammar.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's come down to the education background. That is, tell me your education background, that is schools and colleges that you studied, and how you have been performing in terms of marks, let's say from 8th class onwards. Subject that you liked, the subject you did not like much. Similarly, the best teacher you came across, and the teacher worst teacher, or teacher you didn't really appreciate, and why. As also give me your circle of friends, what type of friends you have got, how many friends you have got, and who is your best friend, and why he or she is the best friend. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Starting from my 8th, I'm a bright child from my childhood days. Teachers used to say, you are the best one in one of the class, and I was awarded as a best going student out of the
Tell me the schools and colleges that you studied.
I'm studied from Flora English Medium School in my native place, and I got 90% in my SSC. And after that, I studied my intermediate in Narayana Educational Institution in Godavalli. It is also from my native.
Now the state boards.
Yes, sir, state boards. And my graduation done in my native area. It is about 73% for me on my graduation. And the teacher I like most in my school days is my maths teacher. I like the subject more is my maths because it is very logical and every problem challenges me to do, gives me a challenge whenever I take the problem. He used to tell the tricks and many ways to solve a single problem. So I like my maths teacher. And the teacher I doesn't like much most is my Hindi teacher. He is a bit arrogant towards all the students, and the subject Hindi I doesn't like much because I get usually less marks in it. And coming to my friends,
No, why don't you like Hindi? Just because you got less marks, you don't like Hindi, or you don't like it, so you got less marks?
I don't like it because
Why don't you like it?
I find it difficult to learn, sir.
What do you find difficult to learn?
All the grammar in the Hindi
Mhm.
and usage of sentences is bit heavy, I thought, according to me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm overcoming it by learning and watching Hindi channels and everything nowadays.
Mhm.
coming to my friends, I have a circle of friends.
Tell the teachers also. The best teacher you came across and the teacher you didn't really
The
appreciate.
best teacher I came across is my maths teacher, Max sir. His name is.
You like maths also and like
Yes,
maths
sir.
teacher.
Maths.
You like maths because of the maths teacher or you like maths teacher because of the maths?
I like Max because of him, sir.
Okay.
He is the reason for. He said everything to me.
Okay.
He had taken a 5-hour class in that days
Okay.
to inculcate me because little bit poor in maths, so he inculcated me to get good marks, and based on that, I till now I got full marks in about 90% marks in all my 10th graduation and intermediate. Sir.
Okay, tell me about games, hobbies and interest.
I play volleyball, sir. I am very much interested in playing volleyball, and I will be placed at the center. The hobbies of mine are.
I play the center means?
It is a place.
How many people play side in volleyball?
It is a two play. Sorry, sir. It is a 2-team game, sir.
2 team games. How many people?
Totally 12 people will be there.
How
sir.
many people in one team?
6 people, sir.
6 people. And how are they placed?
I am placed in the middle, sir. Center.
Middle in the first. There are
Second
2 lines.
row.
Second row, isn't
Second
it?
row middle.
So it should be very specific.
Yes.
What are
sir.
the dimensions of a volleyball ground?
Dimensions? Sir.
In height of the net,
6.5, sir.
width of the net,
Mm,
and is it played what? Rotational or positional?
Rotational, sir. We'll shift places.
Which place, which spot or which place you play the best?
I'll be in the center playing best, sir. And if not, I'll be changed to spiker, sir.
Okay. Any other game you play?
Kabaddi, sir.
Okay. How many people play kabaddi?
6, sir.
6 a side.
6 is, sir.
Okay. Education background that you told me, Sai, is that the schools you studied in board in this state boards, and one of the point that I see in the state boards, people score very high marks actually,
No, sir, it is not.
and in the CBSE syllabus, people do not score as high as the people in the state boards do. Anyway, you have scored very well, marks there. But the subject what you like, we are looking for the reasoning ability, how you are reasoning out, why you like the subject. So you are not very clear as to why you like the subject. The reason that you gave me is because the teacher is good, so you like maths. That's not the case. Case to be why you like maths. Some of the reasons you can give me is the maths is very logical.
Yes, sir.
It is the maths is used in all. It is the mother of all sciences.
Mother of all sciences,
Okay,
sir.
in all sciences it is, and also it is applicable in day-to-day life.
Yes, sir.
Maths. So some of these reasons you could give, rather than I like maths because the maths teacher was good. Okay. So when you come to the teacher again, you like maths teacher. Why? Not very clear why you like maths teacher. So you have to say things that you liked him in him. That was not very clearly brought out by you. You know? Maybe some of the reasons is that he is very good in maths firstly. His knowledge of the maths is very good. Maybe that he is very good in teaching, explaining the theories and the subject and the concepts. Maybe that he takes particular interest in each of the student, and coaches them well, clarifies the doubts very well. These are some of the reasons that we could have had.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
What is the name?
Tejasvi.
Tejasvi.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean?
It means one who is having a charming face.
Who gave you this name?
My mother.
Huh?
My mother.
Your mother. How she know that you are not be so charming? Huh?
Maybe she found when I was
Very good. Where do you belong to? Tejasvi?
Jamkandi, sir. It is in Bagalkot district, Karnataka state.
Bagalkot is called what? Bagalkot only nowadays?
Bagalkot.
Huh?
Bagalkot.
Which is Kalur? Huh?
I don't know much about that.
Huh?
Kalburgi, I don't know much about that.
Bagalkot is called Bagalkot only?
Yes, sir.
How called Kalburgi? No?
No, Kalburgi is different. Bagalkot is different.
Okay. Interesting. Tell me, why do you want to join the defense force?
So mainly because I love sportive kind of life, and since from childhood I used to participate in sports much. But when I came to degree college, the college did not support me for participating in sports. Even though I had asked for them to go for a chess competition outside, but they did not take me. But I want to continue with the same thing. So I found that in Army and Air Force, they support for sports much, and even we can get a good salary compared to other software companies and all. So I felt that this is the correct way which I need to go, and also we can get more respect outside in the society from this. So I want to join this.
What is? The 2 years only. That is sports and the respect.
Yeah, and also salary that we get compared to other
How much
companies.
salary you are going to get? As a lieutenant?
As a lieutenant, 70.
Huh?
I'm not sure, sir.
Then, with whom you feel little closer than others and why? What is your normal contribution in the family? That is the responsibilities and the work that you do in the house. Means how useful member you are in the family. As also tell me a typical routine on a Sunday or Monday.
So first we stay 3 members in our family: my mother, my brother, and me. My mother, she has completed BSc and she takes tuition classes. She maintains housework also. And my brother, he has completed BSc just now. And I help in tuition classes to my mother. She takes first standard to 10th classes, and I take chemistry subject, physics for 10th students. And there is a garden in our home. I love to do gardening and all. So watering plants and cleaning the garden, everything is my work in our home. And my brother, he takes care. He can manage computer science, physics subjects, but in case of maths, he is little dull. He wants my help in maths. So he finds that it is more helpful what he asked from me compared to their teacher. So he asked many problems. Sometimes whenever I stay in hostel, he used to call me and ask problems, and I used to clear the doubts. And in home, I have covered many topics to him regarding BSc Maths. And in outside work, actually I don't have father. I lost him when I was 12 years old.
What?
So, some health problem which I'm not much.
No problem. AFCAT something no?
Sir,
AFCAT?
and they did not tell me much. So
You are not trying to find out.
I tried, but my mother, I don't want her to get hurt. That's why I didn't ask much. Yeah.
You are only 12 years old. Huh?
Yeah. So outside work, we all 3 take care of outside work.
What was he doing, your father?
He was a businessman. So, yeah.
What
It was like cotton wholesale selling cotton and that corn and all, wholesale selling.
Wholesale market.
Yeah. And so we take care of outside work all three. I go for marketing. I do buy vegetables. There is only one bike, care bike in our home. I take that one and go to buy vegetables, kirani.
With this motorcycle.
Yeah. And my brother and mother take care of. There is Adti Andi which was taken care by my father. Now they are divided into rooms. Now my brother and my mother take care of that those rooms. They are given for rent. And banking work and all. Sometimes my mother and brother goes and take care of that. Sometimes even I take my mother to bank and do the work, whatever we need in banks. And regarding Sundays, actually I love to get up early when I don't have any works. And during normal days there will be classes. So I feel sleepy in class. So normal days I usually get up at 7 o'clock. If I get up early, I sleep in the class. That's why I wake up at 7 o'clock. During Sundays, I get up at 5:30 and go for running as usual. And after coming, I get freshen up and have tiffin, and then whatever, if I am having any works lagging in my subjects and all, I do that for 2 hours, and then later I watch some movies, English movies. Then I have lunch. Later I'll sleep for 1 hour. I'll get up and then I'll go outside with my friends, like mall and all. Sometimes to watch movies also I go with them. Then we return back at 8:30 like that, and again I have dinner. Then I sleep early on Sundays.
You don't help your mother to make dinner, lunch and dinner?
Actually I stay in PG now.
Okay, you are staying in PG.
Yeah.
Where?
It is Banegata, Bangalore.
Which college is this? Balkundri Institute of Technology.
Yeah, I have completed that.
Oh, what are you doing now?
So I have completed it. I am interested in BLS.
Okay, tell me your education background. That is about the school and colleges that you studied. How you have been doing in terms of marks from 8th class onwards. Subject that you liked and the subject you didn't like much, and why. Similarly, the best teacher you came across. It could be anywhere, schools or college. And why is the best teacher? Similarly, the teacher you were not very impressed with. You don't like him much. Why? And also tell me regarding your circle of friends, whatever friends you have got, how many friends you have got, and who is your best friend, and why he or she is the best friend.
So I have more friends everywhere. Wherever I go, people find me so friendly with them, and everyone becomes so close with me. Among that, I have one friend. He's a boy, and his name is Kishore, and he asked me whenever I am having problem. He gives solution to this kind of thing. You can get out of this problem. He gives suggestions to me. That's why I find very close with him. And even I help my friends whenever they are in problem. So automatically they feel close with me, everyone. Then regarding my school, at 4th standard I have joined English medium school. Before that I was a Kannada medium student. So I felt a little not that easy to go.
Tell me from 8th onwards.
Yeah. 8th and 9th standard, I used to participate in sports much. I was not
Which school you studied?
Royal Palace School that is in Jamkhandi.
The state board.
Sir?
State board.
No, it is CBSE.
CBSE.
I used to participate in sports much. I was not interested in studies and all kind of things. So I was an average student at that time, 8th and 9th. And when I came in 10th standard, everyone used to say that this is your turning point. You have to study now. You should not leave it like that. So I used to study much in home. Even though I didn't used to understand English much, I used to manage sit for more hours and study. So I scored 8.6 for 10. Then I have participated in chess competition when I was in first PUC. There I have got 23rd rank among 200 plus students. In district level I have got first rank.
We'll see sports will talk later. Tell me regarding the subject that you like, subject you like, teacher you like and teacher you like. Similarly, your circle of friends and who is your best friend and why is the best friend. You told me about your friend. Tell me about the teachers and the subjects that you like to do.
From 10th standard, I used to like maths and physics subjects more. Even I used to like chemistry because I read it thoroughly. And when I came to 12th standard, I used same thing. Maths and physics, I liked those subjects. But
why you like the subjects?
Those problems and interest. I found them interesting. Those problems. I found interesting to solve them. And in physics, there was one teacher called Deshpande sir, and he was my favorite teacher too. He used to teach maths and physics. In physics, not only he used to teach the subject whatever was there in the textbook. He also used to tell outside things like in space how nebula is there, what all those kind of things, and how scientists thinks about some matter, how art.
You said this subject in physics.
Yeah. And then he has, in general he used to tell. So we found it like a interesting thing. And he used to teach maths for us. He used to solve many problems, and he used to give he used to create a competition among ourselves, and he used to give problems, and he used to ask who will solve first and show me. I'll give one chocolate, like that. He used to encourage us. That's why we I found him as a very good teacher and my favorite teacher. And during my degree, first time I left my home and went to hostel. So for 1 year I found it very difficult to get mixed up with friends, and so I took 1 year to manage. Later I found how to mingle with friends. I got those knacks, how to be in, with people outside, how to manage the things and all. So after that I started studying well. We used to do group studies, and then I found one teacher, Shinde sir. He used to teach AIC subject.
What is AIC?
Sir, that subject I don't remember.
sir. Please come in. Thank you.
Morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
What is your name?
My name is Karthik.
Your name is Karthik. What does Karthik mean?
Karthik is named after the it's a name in Tamil. They will say Karthike, the December month.
Is it?
December month. The
December.
At the period of December in Tamil, they will say Karthik.
Okay.
I was born on that day.
So that was in Karthik.
And Lord Murugan's name, another name is also Karthike.
What whose?
Lord Murugan.
Lord Murugan's.
Son of Shiva.
Not a Murugan. Where do you belong to?
I am from Tamil Nadu, in Thuthukudi district.
Thuthukudi district in Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Which place?
Yeah, Koilpeti.
Tell me something about Thuthukudi.
It's in 19 before it was called first in common district Tirunelveli. After that in some 1986 after it was divided into Thuthukudi and Tirunelveli.
Okay.
Thuthukudi district it is one of the
What is the problem there in Thuthukudi recently?
sterilite problem.
What is the problem?
Sir, it is the conflict between the ruling party and opposition parties. So that it has climbed 14 common people's life.
Tell me, why do you want to join the defense force?
So it is the only profession where
Lovely, so lovely.
where 10 people's life is given in one person's hand in believing him. That is if an officer is there means under him there will be 10 people working. Whether if they are in army means they under his command.
So you want to say it is a very responsible job.
Responsible
You have
job. Yes,
people
sir.
under command and you will lead them
Yes,
in a
sir.
situation of
Their lives
life
are
and death.
lives is in our
Okay.
And,
What else?
It's a noble profession.
Okay.
In my consideration, sir. Then adventurous life. It gives a sportive nature in life.
Okay.
Then it's effective to me. And I want to serve my nation. It's the maximum value of it's the maximum value of serving nation, giving our life to defend our nation. Then, so most people in the army are very free-minded and have a disciplined life.
Okay. Okay. Tell me regarding your family background. That is about your parents. Parents means your father and mother, your siblings, your brothers and sisters, your interaction within the family, how is it like, and with whom you feel little closer than others and why. What is your contribution in the family? That is the responsibilities and the work that you do in the house, or how useful member of the family you are. Okay?
Okay.
And also tell me regarding your typical routine on a Sunday or a holiday.
My father is an ex-army person, sir. He was in the 68 artillery regiment.
Okay.
He retired at the year of 2000 in the rank Lance Nayak, sir.
2000.
2000.
Okay.
My mother is an government teacher. She completed MSc BA in Coimbatore, sir.
Okay.
Now she's working as a government teacher. I have one younger sister. Her name is Shivapriya. She has completed 10th standard, scoring of 80%.
Okay.
Now she has joined in 11th standard. I am very close to my father only, because he only gives me any suggestions based on my careers. My mother have a personal guidance in my health, and she also advises in terms of how to be a good personality. Most of them in my family are very close to me. Myself and my sister have playing games like in video games we play. We chat about anything with our family, and it is jolly. We will be so close to each other. Then myself, I would like to help my mother in routine works. Sometimes I may also help her in cooking, cutting vegetables and rotate the chapati, doing chapati also I will help myself and my
You want
father.
chapati or you want idli and dosa?
Chapati only I am able.
No rice.
No rice and all.
You are only rice in Tamil Nadu.
We eat rice, sir, but I don't know to do the rice.
Okay.
The salt amount and all.
You don't put salt in the rice.
In the rice water we will use salt that time.
Okay.
Depending upon the quantity. And in sweeping home, myself and my sister also help mother in sweeping. She will come at late time so that we will do all the works for her. She will be tired, my mother, she will be tired at times, so we will do in Sunday and all. We used to help her in a cleaning house. Then regarding my father, I will help him in any jobs in this place by going out for a market, buying vegetables, attending any functions. If many functions are there in single day, I will do attend in my family's behalf in any one function. Then also help him if he got any pain or ache in his back or in my leg, I will do massage for him. Then my Sunday routine, morning 8 o'clock only I will get up in every Sunday. Then I have my freshen myself, have my breakfast, and by 9 o'clock with a glass of milk I will leave home to meet friends or my relatives. If my uncle is having a farmland, so I will go there. Or with friends we will enjoy in a well, bathing, taking bath or playing football. Other games are the marbles game. That is small times. But after that 11th and 12th I am a boarder, sir. So Sunday game means I will sleep during the time of 9. I am not in home. I am in hostel only, sir. So that
what is your routine in the hostel?
Hostel morning in 11th and 12th morning 5:45 we will get up to 6:30 games sports. No one must be inside the hostel. We all play football, handballs. Then after 7 o'clock freshening up up to 8 o'clock they will give time, sir. After freshening up 8 o'clock we must leave for breakfast, and after having breakfast 9 o'clock we must be in study. Up to 12 o'clock study, sir. 12:30 one batch will go for lunch, and 1 o'clock one batch will go for lunch, sir, depending upon the population of the batch. After finishing it, just go to sleep in the hostel or do any work. Up to 4 o'clock we will be in hostel, sir. 4 o'clock after they will open the gate, up to 6 o'clock we will play. After 6 o'clock same things, half an hour to fresh up and have a tea. 6:30 we must go for study. Then again 7:30 dinner, 7:30 to 8 dinner, 8 to 10 study. 10 we will leave hostel with milk and dates in hostels. When I joined engineering, most Sundays I am the hostel in engineering college. So there, depending upon the work, the written work, the Sunday will be there. Sometimes full night I must be, I will be writing record or anything. Then the next day morning up to 9 o'clock I will sleep. So otherwise, waking up early, washing clothes, and afterwards writing, finishing it in 12 o'clock and go to sleep in the afternoons. Same routine.
Okay. Well, tell me one thing you don't like in your father. You see you are very close to him.
Yes, sir.
One thing you don't like.
Sir, at times he make decisions which are not so better. I would like to suggest him, but I am not having that much to suggest. So I will maximum try to convey him in a symbolized manner, but he can't get it.
You can't tell him straightforward?
Straightforward, still I am not that much mature because I am under his surveillance only.
Under?
His surveillance. Because whether telling a suggestion we must be.
You are 20 years old, 20
Yes,
20 and a half years old.
Yes, sir.
An adult.
Now
So they don't take it seriously?
I am coming up with this. Soon I will suggest him, try to suggest him.
Okay. And one thing they don't like in you?
Lazy guy.
Lazy guy.
For doing all the works which I said, they will tell me more than 3 times. Then only I will move on to the works.
Then only you do.
Yes.
Okay.
I do have tight schedule in Sunday times.
Okay,
also.
nice to hear about your family background. Tell me regarding your education background. That is about your schools and colleges that you studied. How you have been performing in terms of marks from 8th class onwards. Subject you like the most and subject you don't like much, and why. Similarly, tell me the best teacher you came across and teacher you were not very appreciative of, and why. And tell me regarding your circle of friends, what type of friends you have got, how many friends you have got, and who is your best friend and why he is the best friend.
Okay. So I'm from LKG onwards up to 10th. I studied in Cavalier India matriculation high school, which is in my hometown, Koilbitis. I completed my 8th, 9th, 10th, same percentage of above 90%. It's a matriculation board, sir, but in 11th and 12th alone it will be state boards. And then I completing my 10th, my father joined me in a hostel in Sivadasi, sir. The little Japan we will say. That's there in Sivadasi Lines Matriculation High Secondary School. I joined as a 11th and 12th. I completed there 11th with an average of 75% and 12th I completed with 88%. I took biomax, biology, maths, physics, chemistry. Then I have in that school only I have got some maturity of life. After joining hostel, I have realized a certain change in myself, physically and also mentally. Then after finishing my schooling, I made a counseling, under the counseling in Anna University, joined the college, Arjun College of Technology, which is in Pollachi, Coimbatore, near Coimbatore. I took up the course BE Electronics and Communication Engineering. I completed 3rd year. Now I am a pre-final year student, still 1 year student to get the degree. Then, sir, all teachers in my view, all teachers are trying to just make a student to good personality in the society. So, according to my point of view, all of them are good, but some of them are impressive to me.
Who is your favorite teacher or best teacher?
Favorite teacher. While I am studying 9th standard, social teacher is there. Her name is Revati. Up to 8th standard, I was not interested in history, geography, civics, economics, or any subject based on that. But after she came, she already know me from childhood, so she will be frank to me, sir. In any also, if I am mischievous, she will put me to stand out. If I am asking any doubt, she will be openly saying to me.
Tell the qualities that you liked.
Her qualities, sir. She will not leave any topic without every person in the class should have understand. Then only she will move to next topic, sir.
Okay.
Then in history also, the class will be in an attentive manner. No one will be distracted or no one will be bored on her class. She will take the class in a jolly and easily understandable ways by giving more examples. She also personally take care to every student by calling her parents, saying his abilities or saying his actions in the class, everything. So she has also been a class advisor for me on that year. So many of the students were well in that year. Many of the students got nice marks in quarterly and half-yearly exams. So that's the teacher. Every teacher I like, but some of the actions of the way of teaching of some teachers made me not displayed in like the mathematics. I do like subject mathematics very well, sir. One staff he teaches mathematics well, so, but when individually a person approaches means he is not good in that. Individually, if we approach means why what are doing in the class, like that he will scold us. So I do clear doubts with the other teacher better approaching him. Then the subjects I like most is my language subject, Tamil I like most due to its literature. Sir. Then other subject, yes sir. Yes sir.
Tamil.
Yes sir.
Why?
After crossing 10th standard only I realized the thing in Tamil, the language, the more literature. I have failed for that for not studying it in 8th standard, 7th standard. I am not interested, failed for that. Felt that why we have wasted the time of when studying.
No, why you don't like Tamil?
I like it, sir.
You like Tamil? What do you like Tamil? Sir? Why?
The literature in this shows the whole way of life. Due to the zoology subject also, in English I got low marks in biology. But botany I got out of 75, some 70 I think.
Subject don't like?
That will subject don't like. Chemistry, sir. Organic part of the chemistry is quite difficult to get memorized. Organic part of chemistry. So that, sir, and that's only sir, organic part in chemistry.
Yeah, why you don't like it?
That it's quite difficult to memorize. We are not aware of the importance of chemistry, sir. So that only.
Okay. Tell me regarding your friends.
Sir, I do have many friends in school, colleges, and locality also. Sir. The most those friends everywhere in any place I go, I make friends. Those who are realizing me, those who have belief in me, or those who they have the characteristics as such what I have or expect. I do expect. So those who are having bad activities or some mischievous activities, even getting 20 years of age, I do maintain a distance between them. Sir.
Who is your best friend and why is he best
My
friend?
best friend, his name is Sylvester Anthony Fernandez. He is in Madurai. While we are studying 8th standard, we are just like brothers. I do eat in their home. He come have breakfast in my home. We play. We go to tuition same, and we had a lot of enjoyment during that period.
What you like him? What qualities you like in him?
He's sir. He has a faith in me, sir. He would believe me in any job, and I would believe him in any job. We make decisions which are mostly similar, sir, in doing anything. And
Right?
Still one more guy is there, sir. He didn't complete the.
No, this chap. What are the qualities that you like?
He will give a good support. At that time we are we are very playful, sir. While playing games, we both join means no one can beat us in that game. Example, we play football, sir. We have same single. If we take any opinion, it will be same, sir. And he will give up if I am asking him anything. He will give up myself also. If I is keen to anything, I will give up him for him. Except at that times. But later on, he went to Madurai. I mean, Kovilpeti. The distance made me to know how friendship we had at that time. The theme of friendship. That at that only I realized when he went to another city, but we are not able to meet, speak, or play. After the 9th, 10th, it went scoring something. It came so we forgot.
But tell me regarding your games, hobbies, interests.
Sir, studying games. During from 6th standard also, I joined football, playing football. From up to 10th standard in my higher secondary school, I played football. We won zonal 3 times and district runner 1 time, sir. In all the matches, from 7th standard up to 10th standard, in all the matches, I played a defense position, sir, main players. Then after completing 10th standard, I joined to new school, so I am not known. But I didn't also like to approach to the students, so I didn't have any close relationship. So I am unable to have a football, have joined the football teams. So I preferred to play volleyball there. One term we played volleyball, but we didn't achieve in that. we got out in the zonal itself. So then at 12th standard, my handball team was formed. Due to I have some one position there was lagging. I do play well in that position, so I joined handball also. Handball we won zonal, but 12th standard we are studying, so the school didn't allow us to district levels. Then in hobbies, I love to go trekking, sir. If any hills which is there any possibility, if in example Vellangiri hills in Coimbatore district, sir, they call it as a Ten Kailasam, Southern Kailasam, like in north. It's about 6,000 feet height, sir. We have climbed it 2 times with barefoot.
What is the height of Kailas?
Kailas, it will be more than 5 kilometers. Accurately, I don't know, sir.
5 kilometers, how many? How many meters?
Approximately 6,000.
1 kilometer is how many meters?
6,000 meters.
So,
6,000.
5 kilometers is 5,000 meters.
5,000 meters about. Kailas. So we have climbed up and trekking, and we will go to swim nearby any ponds or wells. Then during my studying 10th standard while we are native, so we go cycling in the highways. NS7 is going through towns. We will go in the highway cycling. Nowadays it has become bike riding. And at times I would like to read newspaper when any interesting event is going, means I like to read it, sir, in newspapers. Mostly I prefer a smartphone to read any news, but later on I came to know that they are not giving us such a very efficient news. So now I am trying to read newspaper.
Okay, tell me in general, the most important events of the last 3 months. National events, tell me neighboring countries and international.
So in come up the national events, sir, Sunil Chetri, a football player, has been selected, not selected, he has been ranking in FIFA. He has become 3rd rank after Ronaldo and Messi. He is one of the first Indian player to get ranked in FIFA rankings. Sir, Danush artillery gun. Danush artillery gun, which was developed from the Swedish artillery gun, developed later on by in India, and the final testing yesterday, day before yesterday, is over final field testing. So on, it is going to be get installed in our army, sir.
What is its range?
Its range is about, but practically they are saying range 65 kilometers, sir. But after testing, it came to know that 48, I think, sir, 48 kilometers to that, sir. Then, sir, our India is planning to get Apache helicopters from US based one multinational company. Since the helicopters which we bought from Russia.
So that we'll talk about when the defense dealings and defense knowledge. Tell me what is happening in country.
Sir, Prime Minister Modi has moved to